Okay, should work like this, I think. Should work. Should work. Can we work? Can we work? I've been scrolling on TikTok lately, and once in a while, everybody has their advertisement, like each one of us different advertisement, um, based on what we like, what we click, what we stay on, algorithm. But recently I stumbled, I don't know if stumble is the right word, but I just stayed at a certain point, um, on a video, the first one of a long series. Basically, this video started, it seemed like a promo for like TV drama uh, series, like Prime series or something. But after I stayed for a long time, though, uh, I saw that it was not on Prime, it was not on Netflix, it was not on any of these platforms, but instead it was on uh, a iPhone, like app store, let's say. And I was like, what? What? What is this? And then I clicked on that app, and then I discovered a whole new freaking world. So today we're going to deep inside this world while doing crochet because this is what I do. Well, hello. Welcome back. My name is Noemi, and I'm an Italian artist, uh, and I will be your host today. So buckle up. I think it will be a long video because I have many things to say, and also we're going to cover some of the funniest shit on internet. So that I watched, by the way. So yeah, and I think it's a really big step away from the last video topic, because it was a pretty hard, still is, and still will be pretty hard topic. If you don't know, I will link it up above. We talked about the new, sorry, the new U.S. tariffs that will go effective, uh, lastly at the end of August, but they are already up in the most part of the world. So yeah, we talked about that. It was pretty deep. I studied a lot, and it was pretty ugly to assist, like to this kind of things that went on in the world. But here we are. So yeah, we are going to talk about this new topic. So buckle up. For a moment, I want to tell you about something that it popped up in my head as soon as I thought about making this video. Because basically, when I was young, my mother told me that my aunt, so her sister, biggest sister, there was a pretty popular stuff going on in Italy during that time, which they were called fotoromanzo, a novel with picture in English. I don't know if you have similar things in your country, different countries, but basically it was a story uh, told with picture and text on the picture. And this fotoromanzo, it was usually used for spicy stories. So, soft core. If you want to dare, we can say that it was the previous chapter before Wattpad, let's say. So yeah, we had that. So for a moment, as as soon as I understood what's going on with the topic of today, my mind immediately connected to this. And I think this is the next step into something that it could be something really big. I'm not going to lie, honestly, because the purpose is to go and reach to a certain type of public, but we are going to talk about this at the end with a bunch of other stuff. So, what's the topic of today? Well, sometimes they refer to these things with vertical drama. Uh, I like to refer to it with the name of one of the app, honestly, because it's easy and also it's what they are. One of the app name is Reelshort. Reelshort. What we're going to talk about, it's about reel or shorts, as you want to, as you prefer to address. So the topic of today is the rising of vertical dramas or reel shorts. So please grab your snack, your crochet project, your illustration project, put me in the background as I don't know, podcast or something, and let's deep dive into these magical words while 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 we spiral together. What the hell am I talking about? What's this? I'm talking about uh, something that popped up, as I said, on my TikTok page that took me back to this app called, as I said, Real Short. Short. Real Short. So basically, you have an app like Netflix or Prime Video where you can watch a series. And the topic of this series, because there's a freaking bunch of series on that, the topic is usually, drama, love stories, love triangles, enemies to friends to lover, stuff like that. But what's so crazy about this? Well, crazy about this is the fact that the quality is, not the best, not the best. And also, you don't need an actual computer, television. They are basically shoot for a cell phone. That's why they're called vertical drama. And the stories of this make them, pretty hard to watch at first. But I think, if you like cringe, if you like cheap love stories, and also I think if you like something really, really easy to watch, well, that's something for you, something to consider, I think. And that's why I landed on this beautiful world. Which apps did I landed on at first? Let me say that this is at all not sponsored, obviously, uh, but I think it's something that will pop up on your feed for your page, because I saw it a lot on TikTok. On Instagram, I don't think, no, only on TikTok I saw it, and they're smart for that, by the way. Good advertisement campaign, because the biggest audience right now, youngest and older, is on TikTok. So good advertisement campaign there. Good, good. But I landed on this page. First one was Reelshort, and second one was Candyjar, because of the content. Also, another smart thing, and I don't know how the hell they did it, but while watching the first advertisement, no, there was this first series which I'm going to talk about in a second, and it was like the trailer of this series, no. Scroll, 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 and then I saw the first episode of this series, and then I was like, nah, scroll, 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 And then there was the second freaking episode, and I don't know how they did it, but they made me watch trailer, first episode and second episode on the advertisement page, like scrolling. And I don't know how they did. They kept me up watching an advertisement, and that's why I got hooked to this kind of stuff. Good advertisement. Did I say good advertisement campaign? Yes, I did. So let's talk about quality versus quantity. Well, obviously these stories are pretty cringe, pretty terrible. But as I said, the content is a really easy content, light content. So if you are looking for something really light to watch, well, that's for you. Something to relax, like something to take your mind off, that that's obviously for you. But the thing that actually made me most not concerned, but I was really appealed when I saw it. It's the quantity, guys. The quantity. It's a lot of videos, a lot of series, a lot of material, a lot of episodes. Like uh, some of the no, I got it wrong. Some of the series I watched, they had like 150 episodes. Yes, for sure, they are 5 6 minutes, sometimes less than that. But guys, 150 episodes, crazy. Some of them are around almost 2 hours. Some of them more of that. Some of them are like first book, second book, kinda. So I was like, crazy amount of stuff they have. But the quality is what it is. And I'm talking about mainly about the quality of the topic, let's say, the quality of the script, because the quality of the shooting is pretty good actually. The lighting, the also I noticed this. The ones that I watched, 2 on 3, the light was crazy. Like the light was pretty bright. That's the word, bright. The third one was a darker one, but maybe also because of the topic, and also because of the environment where they shoot. Also the story, But the first two, the brightness was crazy in a good way, honestly. But I think we need to start talking about what the hell I watched and what the hell got me caught at first, because there's others. I don't know. It would be 5 hours if I start talking about everyone, every single real short that I watched. So, and then I will give you some opinion also on others that I started. Sorry, coffee. Started to watch, but then cut it out because it was. So yes, let's start with the first one. Okay, so first first one, let me give you the title also, because the titles are crazy long, crazy. Also they give you the main description of what you're about to watch, so you already know the ending, but you know whatever. The first one title is Runaway Billionaire Becomes My Groom. Okay. I'm hooked. Starting from the title, I'm hooked. Damn it, because I love trash. I love it. This one was the second one actually, but is I put it on first because it was the lightest one to watch. I watched it the day before I came back here from holidays, and it was like 2 a.m. in the morning. I couldn't sleep, and I put it on, and it was like it went by so easy, so fast that I was pretty astonished, honestly. Also because no brain cell were needed while watching this. Finished the first round of the flower, so we can we can start with this. Okay, so basically, uh, who are the main characters? Okay, first one is Jacob, who's the male lead of the Reelshort. Jacob is billionaire, the billionaire of the title, by the way, if you didn't get it, who wants to escape from his crazy mother who belongs behind bars because she wants him to get married with a woman that he kind of despises. But from the first episode, we are introduced to him, and we actually I didn't get a bit of that, not after like 20 episodes where the mom actually appears. So I was like, what? I just know that in the first episode, he puts on a vest, a security guard vest, and it's his disguise. Wait on that. Wait on that. He's a billionaire, by the way. Billionaire, son of the main owner of a big company. But he is the one that meant we know that because it will be told into the next episodes. He managed some shit into this business, so that's why we know it. So he is the billionaire inside this business alongside with his mother. But somehow, somewhat, he puts on a vest with written security guard, and no one recognizes him. No one. No freaking no one. Not even a guy that works in the company and that is face to face with this motherfucker. No, no one. Okay? Good. So he's the male lead. The female lead is Liana, and she's insufferable. She's really cute. The actress is really cute. By the way, they're both really good looking. That's why these real shorts are made of. Two good looking, a good looking couple that goes inside many turmoils. Let's say Liana is desperate. That's the only words that comes to, because we know many things about that motherfucker, but about this lady, we only know that she's poor. She has a ugly car full of stickers, but for me it's really cute. And that she's about to start a new job in an architect firm, something, nothing really important, for the sake of the story, because for what we care, she could work into a supermarket and the beef would be okay too, even there, because she will have some beef with some people. So these are the leads, the main character of the real short. Now, how these two crazy people meet? Well, she is about to get married, to get freaking married to a guy who didn't even show up to the wedding because his mommy told him, no, 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 don't marry this poor gold digger, crazy bitch. Uh, but that's not enough, because this crazy bitch, Liana, by the way, she's like, no, I'm not a gold digger. So she will get, to prove this, she will take, Okay, she sorry, she's about to leave while the mother, her mother-in-law, mother of the groom who didn't show up, talks bad with her. And this security guard, I don't know why, he found himself into the place where this wedding was about to get started. And she decides to prove that she is not a gold digger and that she's so in love with the son of this lady, uh, by asking this security guard to marry her. Who won't do this thing? Who won't actually do this thing? I won't, and I'm crazy enough to do shit like this, but So she does this kind of stuff, and basically they go on and marry that day. They go out with a certificate, and I have many, many questions about this because, mm, don't you need a bunch of certificates, a bunch of stuff to go on with a wedding? What do I know? So they actually go and live together right away with a perfectly unknown person. And she's like, she's poor. She's poor. And she talks with it because this motherfucker tells her, not in while the camera is filming, by the way, that he lost his job because he married her. So she's like, "Oh no, you poor security guard, you lost your job over me. I will take care of you. You come live with me. I will take care of you. I will buy everything. I will buy food." And I was like, PTSD, PTSD. That's for another story. I'm thinking about doing story time, by the way, but dude, it would be a massacre. Uh, PTSD, guys, PTSD. Uh, and she's constantly going to this guy saying, "Oh, you're poor. You're a poor soul without any money, without a job, without." And then we know that um, she's about to start a new job into a firm, architect firm, which is held by the company that where Jacob actually worked. So where he's a billionaire, obviously. And but the main story about all of this takes places when after Liana starts working to this job, she's gaining many, many, many favors, let's say, but blindly because she doesn't know who's this motherfucker is, Jacob. She doesn't see that she's been treated differently from the jump, because from the jump she was kind of bullied, and then everybody stops bullying her, and the owner of the architect firm gives her $5,000 for like the welcoming in a new company. And I was like, dude, are you kind of stupid? What? I don't know. But she accepts it, obviously, because she's like, oh, that's nice. Maybe this job is really, really good. Okay. So after all of this, people starts to suspect that she has an affair with the owner of the architect firm, and that's why she has many, many favors. She's been treated differently. But then the wife, and this is wait, I need to. This is the first time. It's my head in focus here. Yes, this is the first time that I was like, what the hell is happening? Because the wife shows up to the firm, the wife of the owner of the architect firm shows up to on the job, um, asks who's Liana, because someone told her that this Liana chick was on a fair, and she slaps the hell out of her. I'm like, yes, I love Cringe. So what happens is that this lady is with another woman who's the official fiance of Jacob. And she says, I am the wife of Jacob, the owner of that company. And that's the moment, like, what the hell are you talking about? She's his wife. So what happens is that the side chick reveals everybody that she's the wife of Jacob. Liana is like, oh no, he lied to me, but what the hell is going on? And then Jacob shows up somehow, because they always know, but the main lead in a romance, in a manga, they always know when the female lead, they have like a bat sign or something. They know when to show up. They know when things are going crazy and they need to save the moment, because also female leads cannot speak for themselves. No, 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 no. So Jacob saw the bat sign, like meow meow, and he ran and went to the architect firm, to save Liana's ass. And then he's like, no, she's my wife, not you, motherfucker. And so, yeah, she's being saved for the second time by this dude. But that's not enough, because when we finally meet Jacob's mother, we understand that this woman is insane, insane. And she actually locks up Jacob in a room. And, since Jacob is a full ass adult, she can be pursued, you know, law and order, law and order. She can be behind bars right now. She can go to jail, right to jail, right to jail. And but she doesn't go to jail. Instead, she's a menace. She makes the breakup between Jacob and Liana final. But obviously, this is the moment where we have our first hospital moment. Because if you don't know, hospitals, marriages, babies, supposed cheating, which is not cheating, but it's something else, are the main tropes of this kind of stuff. And we will talk about that in a moment. So yeah, basically, we have the ex of Liana, who shows up for a reason that honestly I don't even remember, because it's not important. He's like, no, I need to have her back, but his mom doesn't like her. Uh, at a certain point, they decide to drug her so he can rape her. Uh, and having a child together, and I was like, dude, what the hell is going on? It doesn't make any sense, by the way. It's just there for the sake of, I don't know, cringe. I don't know. It's not important at all. So what happens is that the ex shows up. Where's the scissors? The ex shows up and ruins everything, also because he has a master plan, that consists in him getting injured by a guy who paid, in order to have back Liana out of pain, pity and compassion. Disgusting. Oh, by the way, this is what I meant. It's a flower. The first one of a long series. Making. I will show you. I will show you. It's not up because it will be up with the next shop lunch. This is a headband. I love it. I love it. Love it so much. And I need to do. I show you. Ooh, Jesus. Two of this, by the way. So we have a lot of work to do. Okay, so getting back to the story. How this story goes on after Jacob was kidnapped from his mother. The side chick was in cahoots with his mother because they wanted to get him married the side chick because of their family, like Romeo and Juliet shit. The family of this girl is wealthy. Your marriage will give more prestige to the family. Stupid stuff. Um, how this goes on? Well, basically, we have the first hospital thing where the wife, the ex, um, Liana's ex got hit by a car with the it was hit by a car from a guy who he paid because he wanted to instill uh, pity and compassion in Liana, and that's where in the hospital she tells him, "No, I don't want to be with you anywhere. Also, I'm married to Jacob." With this voice, yes, no, and so the story goes on until Liana discovers that she's preggers. Obviously, we need a baby. Yay. We have the marriage, we have the baby now, we have everything for the story. Okay, so the story goes on until Jacob actually takes off from his mommy. And at a certain point, he goes to Liana and says, I won't be like the owner of this company anymore. I just want to be with you. I don't care about my money, about my heritage. I just want to be with you and raise a baby. Okay. Yeah. And the first thing that I thought while watching this was like, dude, you're a rich boy, born and raised rich man. How will you actually provide with a normal job into a normal life? How can you adjust in a normal life? I honestly think that it would be quite a shock to do if you are a billionaire, going from billions in your credit account and credit card from billions to thousands. I don't know. I think you will need therapy for that, but who am I? I'm not a billionaire, so what the hell do I know? But they actually do. They actually go live together, and then there's a cut like 6 months later, stuff like that, 8 months later, stuff like that. And she's pregos with a big belly. And he comes back with grocery, and this is the only good thing that I actually also they slept together the first time, yeah, the first night together or the second night, kind of. I was like, ew, fast. That's freaking fast. But again, what do I know? So yeah, that's why she's pregnant of him. And then oh yeah, I was saying that when he comes back with the grocery, he actually says to her, "No, right now you need to lay down. I will cook for you." Also, he's a good cooker, from what I gathered. That won my heart. That won my heart because it's something that you usually don't see. So yeah, good props to a man who can take care of his woman. And then his mother shows up to the front door. Crazy. What a courage you need. What crazy. I would rip her head after everything she did. I will kill you. I will kill you. But no, she shows up. She asks him to go back to uh, her house that the baby will needs to grow and be the heir of this beautiful, amazing company that she would finally behave, sorry, like a human being, that she will finally have some respect for Liana. And I think honestly, she did all this stupid speech because she needed someone to take care of the company because it was going a little bit crazy with the job, and he actually used to work in this company, I think CEO or stuff like that, but and the last episode, and with them saying to each other, I don't care where we are, I only care that we have to get the. So yeah, it was really easy to watch, pretty. There were some banter, some fights, but it was nothing too much, it was nothing too crazy. There were lots of plot holes, honestly. There were like lots of questions that popped up in my mind, like the fact that in an episode when the side chick shows up with the wife of the owner of the architect firm, when they show up, he Jacob shows up to say, no, she's my wife, and they actually say that he's the son of this big firm, and she's still like, who is this guy? What? Is he really a security guard? And I was like, dude, she just told you, he just told you that he's a freaking billionaire. Why you don't believe him? Why don't you, your brain does not register information? Also, uh I loved the main leads. Not loved, but liked. That's the right word. But I cannot shake off from my head the smirk and the poses that the main lead always was giving us. Like, you see the character doing something, and then there's the voiceover with this thinking. Okay, and every second he was like, oh, when Liana was looking at him and thinking, he's actually really handsome. And he was like, I was like, dude, you need to chill out this merch. Crazy, crazy. I laughed my ass off, honestly. And honestly, I had pretty PTSD, and I cringed a lot. But I don't know, it was, if you like to hurt yourself in a good way, in a light way, go on, whatever. So yeah, I really suggest this story also because it was amazingly easy to watch. When I reached the last episode, I was like, dude, it's already over? No, I want more cringe, more cringe. But yeah, that's the first one I watched. Well, it was not actually the first one I watched. The first one I watched, but I put it in the first place because it was so cute to watch. The first one I watched, it was a journey. It was really a journey. Okay, I'm talking about how to dump a hockey star, and there's a lot of episodes, and I think there will be also a second act, let's say, because the it ended on a cliffhanger, and I don't want to spoil you the ending. I'll try to not to. Uh, if you want to watch it, but yes. So, okay, what's this new thing about? Wait, let me check if I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yes, I can close the magic ring. Okay, so let me go on a little bit with work, and I will be with you. Yeah, I'm almost at the end of the first round because as much as I like to talk and do stuff, it's pretty hard too. This one was the first one I watched, and it was pretty cringy. I need to say that out loud because what the hell was that? Also, there were all the, like, if you do a bingo, if you have a bingo card with all the tropes of the uh, cheap love drama, cheap mangas, shoujo mangas, and you take a shot every time you cross thing on the bingo card, you will actually die, because you will have all of them and you will drink so much that you will die. But yes, it's really cheap. It's really crazy. I don't know why on earth are we supposed to sympathize in any ways or like in any ways the male lead, because it's insufferable and I want to punch him in the face. Also, the mother of the side chick, the mother is like, if the previous one was crazy and belonged behind bars, this motherfucker belongs in Rikers, like into like, how did I wait, I saw someone saying hug jacket, hugging jacket, to say the restraining jacket, for mental health purposes. Yeah, that, because the mom is insane, like freaking insane. Who are the main characters? Okay, the male lead is Levi, and the female lead is Renee. The male leader Levi is, as I said, insufferable. Hate him. They do kind of redemption arc, but for me, it's only something that makes me hate him more. Don't know. The female lead, I don't know. I don't know how she actually stands, because she does not have a freaking bone, bird inside her. Not even dignity, self love. I was like, dude, what? No. Also, as I said, we have all the tropes. So let's get on to the main plot. Levi is a hockey player, playing the, I think, Falcons. He's about to play into the Falcons, and he's married with Renee. It's been years, kind of, that they're married, but he doesn't know again. We are supposed to be stupid, to not ask these questions, because what the hell, we're not talking about, you know, car that leaves uh, around the corner, or Luke that has the grocery shop. No, we're talking about billionaires, people who own hockey teams. Dude, you should Google them for a second, but what do I know? What do I know? So yes, Renee is the daughter of the owner of this hockey team. But one of the main plot of all this shit show is that Levi was injured. Put a pin on that. Injured. He was injured during a hockey game, and he was cured by, I think her name was Margaret. Well, let's call her Margaret, because I don't care about her name. Basically, the side chick, which is supposed to be the doctor of the team, but I don't know how she's always up to Levi's ass. It's like she actually doesn't have a job, so I don't know how. I don't know. Also, she has plenty of times to be in cahoots with Levi's mom, um, against Renee, and she actually never works. Like she, I don't know. But we need to say that they are always in a hospital. But even if they are always in a hospital, Margaret, she never talk with doctors. She never actually, you, until they remind you that she's a doctor, you forget that she's actually a doctor. So good job on that. Good job on that. The story goes on with, it starts actually with Levi being served with a divorce paper from Renee, and we can see that she is sick and tired of his attitude, which is disgusting, by the way, and it would be disgusting through all this real short. And basically, he's like, you will never be like Margaret. You should learn from her, that see how she cares about me, and me and my date, me. Oh, and I'm like, dude, you need to chill out, because you don't own you don't own planet Earth. Basically, Levi's mom is super duper happy about the divorce paper, that finally Renee would be off. But this is weird. This is weird. Also, one of the lines that comes up into this encounter is pretty damn weird. And like, I have two brothers, and my brother will never see this shit. Not even, and my brothers are clowns, but they will never see this shit. It's like, cringe. Like, it makes me actually recoil. Like, but so basically, Renee is accused of cheating because Margaret took a photo of her while hugging a man that we audience know, that is her brother. And her brother, when they meet after, outside from an event where Levi is taking an interview, and that's where Margaret takes a picture. Basically, this guy says to Renee, because Renee asks him to not uh, meet her in public, because she doesn't want Levi, for, but I don't know why, to know that she's the daughter of the owner of the Falcon team, to not meet in public. But they meet outside of this venue where they are taking an interview with this freaking player, one of the top players. And I'm like, dude, but strangely only Margaret sees them. Okay. And the brother says one of the cringiest line I've ever heard to his supposed sister. uh, you are treating me like I'm your dirty secret lover. And I'm like, gagging, gagging. Even just the thought of that, it's disgusting. But yeah, Margaret exposes Renee, and Renee does not say, because actually female lead cannot talk or speak in any shape or form. So she doesn't talk out loud. I don't remember honestly who, but there are a bunch of trips to the hospital. And spoiler, when I watched this, there were lots of comments about the doctor, because the doctor first can give you, it's a doctor for like head trauma, and then she's one of them had a surgery, so she's a surgeon now, and then she's also a OBGYN, because yeah, there's a pregnancy obviously. So basically this doctor does everything, covers everything, because she's the only one who speaks, and she's the one who does these appointments. Like, so she's the only one running this freaking hospital. Amazing, amazing doctor. So yeah, basically the first trip to the hospital is disgusting. They have an accident into they're driving the car, and Margaret sits in the front because she's sick, and Renee, the wife of this motherfucker, by the way, sits behind. They have an accident, and this motherfucker, and there I was like, he's going to die, right? He deserves to die, right? Uh, After they have this car crash, he takes out from the car Margaret first, and when Renee asks for help, also because she already knows that she's pregnant, uh, Levi doesn't go, like doesn't go to help. A stranger, sorry, a strange man, a stranger, the man helps Renee out, and I'm like, and even in the hospital, Levi does. It's not with her wife, his wife, sorry, and I'm like, this dude hates her. You hate her. Like, honestly, you hate her. So I'm like, I don't know who wrote this, but I think it's someone who never had a relationship, because even if you had an argument, even if you have kind of beef, I don't know, but you're freaking married, you know. If you hate so much this woman, just let her go. Just ask for a divorce. Like, go away. There's no need for you to be together. But what do I know? So yeah, basically Levi acts like a prick, and this Renee chick, she's insufferable, because she's always like. Also, there's a lot of voiceover thinking. She's always like, and thinking like, oh my god, what did I do? Oh my god, but why he's acting like that? But why he's with Margaret? But why is like, girl, you need to step up. You need to stop. Just stop. Breathe, take a breath, and then leave. Also, there's a moment where the side chick pushed her. She's pregnant. She falls on the belly, and I'm like, I will kill her. And she's laying there on the floor, like, Levi. I'm like, I don't know where I will take the strength from, but I will freaking kill her. And he, no, 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 you don't push me while I'm pregnant. No, 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 dead, dead. But let's come back to the story. Where was I? She actually served Levi papers for the divorce, and yeah, basically a certain point after a bunch of trips into the hospital, we meet the mom of the guy, Levi, and she is nuts completely, and we know that she hates Renee, and she fancy uh that her son marries. Also, they, in this kind of things, they always say you need to marry dot dot dot, but they are already married, so they don't know the procedure. Man, you don't know the procedure. You first need to separate, then you need to divorce, and then you can remarry. I don't know how long it is in the rest of the world, but in Italy, even if you are consensual to separation and divorce, it's still a pretty long process. But what do I know? So yeah, every time they say you need to marry, I'm like, dude, there's a fucking process to go on. Just shut the fuck up. We have the mom, which is crazy, and she wants the Margaret chick to be married with her son, because she saved his life. She's amazing, but also because she's cook a banana as much as she is. So they go along for it with on that. But Levi is actually under a kind of a spell because he cannot see that Margaret is practically a fraud. She told him that she was besides him all the time during his injury. He was actually in a freaking coma. Obviously, everybody's in coma into inside this series. Um, his mom was near him uh, during the coma, and the only one who was not there was Renee, which for me is crazy because why? Why you need to say that? And also, if it was me, I was like, I would first ask my, wife, boyfriend, whatever, and then I will ask someone else besides the three involved, like the doctor, the nurses. I don't know. No, she doesn't do that. He doesn't. Sorry, he doesn't. Pronouns. He doesn't do that. But he will do that later, and that's where we discovered that Renee was the only one. Actually, his mom took a vacation, a holiday. She went on a holiday, and I was like, "Let's go see." Like my son is in a coma, but I have important things to do. I need to travel the world. I only live once. What can we say? Choices. And this Margaret chick was, what was she doing? Well, she was not there. And also, there's, I didn't Google this, but because I know for sure that's bullshit. Basically, they say that Margaret said that she tested on herself um, some electroshock stuff that people inside a coma needs to have in order to wake up. I don't know. I don't know. But instead was Renee that was testing these electroshock things on herself, and the doctor said, "No, Renee, you should not do that because it can give you uh, problems if you get pregnant or something." And she was pregnant. So, and yes, then the guy wakes up, Levi. Uh, I forgot his name already. And Margaret takes all the credit for what she didn't do, and Levi, like that, leaves her and not his wife. So that's why I'm saying this motherfucker hates his wife. He actually despises her. But as soon obviously, because as soon as another man shows interest in his ex-wife now, because they actually divorce, he's wait, maybe two flowers. Oh my god, this reminds me of Coraline, but they were buttoned though, not yes. Okay. Wait, I need to drink. As soon as another guy shows up to uh, actually care for Renee, because he uh, asks her out, I think, but then he's like, okay, no problem, no problem, because she refuses him. And then he just becomes, present in her life, showing up, actually, being, I want to quote Kenny JD. She's an amazing, amazing, amazing YouTuber. When she said, let's please write something where the second guy wants the art of the female lead, because usually the male lead, the first guy, doesn't matter how disgusting he is, how toxic he is, he will always win because he was the first one who appeared on the screen. But then you see the female lead with the second guy, which is caring, loving, present, uh, loyal. not toxic at all, good in everything. Um, but the second guy never wins. Let's normalize, let's please praise this, because we need better male leads. So let's please normalize that. So let me quote Kenny JD on that, and I agree 100%. But yeah, basically this guy is another player, hockey player, obviously. And we at a certain point discovered that the freaking brother of Renee is a player too, into the same team where the second guy plays. And I'm like, what? Everybody's a player? What? Okay. So yes, so basically, we discovered the second guy. He takes care of her. He protects her. He's present, but not in a toxic way. And Levi, as soon as this guy pops up, he's like, "Wait, someone else can have my ex-wife? No, no, no. I can show her that I can be a decent man, but not after showing her my worst side." Because, yes, at first he goes on being a dick, honestly, but then he starts playing nice, being a decent guy. Let's not talk when he discovered that she's pregnant. Oh, crazy. There's another assault, allegedly assault, not completed, let's say, because the mom and the side chick, which is disgusting on all levels, like, ugh, decide to drug Levi, and so that the Margaret girl can assault him. But he, even under, even while drunk and drugged, roofied, I think, he says, "I don't want you even when I'm drunk." Something like he refuses her even when he's drunk, and he actually says it out loud, and she then goes cuckoo banana more, even more. And yeah, basically everything ends with Margaret rejected many times and embarrassed, while the initial, I don't know why, do they speak before a hockey game, like they do presentation, do they speak? I don't know. Before the, like, one of the last game, basically Renee tells everybody that she's the daughter of the Falcon manager, Falcon owner team, and Levi is like, so she voiceover. He thinks that, so she only married me out of love and not for what? For what? For money? She's rich. She's freaking rich. But they always thought that she was kind of poor. Yes, because the mom, Levi's mom, says, "You spent through all these years. You spent my son's money," and I'm actually. Do you have proof of what you're talking about? Because if she's rich, she doesn't need your son's money. No. Otherwise, if she's rich, and she and she still ask not ask, but she still uses your son's money, why? So many questions. I don't know. I think a lot during this, because usually what I do, I watch, I stop, and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense, and this happens like every 5 minutes, even less. Levi's finally realized that Renee loves him, not because of money or shit like that, but because she's stupid, honestly. And he's like, no, I need to have it back. I need to show her how much I care about her while playing, like winning the game. And then at a certain point after the game, that I don't know who wins, by the way, because I don't care. He, the brother, because they have an altercation. Levi, Renee's brother, and the second guy, they kind of punch each other. They have a banter, and then after the play, like the game, they all drink together and cheer. And I'm like, what? What happened for you between you that you go along now? Plot hole, plot hole. There's a bunch, huh? There's a bunch, guys. But that's what makes this interesting, I think. And so, uh, this is where good things come around finally. I don't want to spoil it, but the series, the first act, let's say, ends with Margaret going fully crazy, like full on crazy, taking Renee as a hostage, which I remind you, because it's not, it's something that really makes me go crazy. It's the, like, the female lead life, it's not important at all until she's pregnant, because they don't say, oh my god, that's his ex-wife, which he says he's still in love with. I don't think so, but that's my opinion. No, they think, oh my god, she's pregnant. And I'm like, yeah, but she's also, she has a gun pointed at her head, and she has a life too. I know about the baby, but she's a human being too. Like, what? So what do I know? What do I know about this stuff? So yes, Margaret actually takes Renee in some way. They are still at the where the game took place, and Margaret take. Oh, no, not double crochet. I meant. So yeah, they actually are still there, and Margaret takes Renee in some way, I don't know, and then points a gun to her head, and then a fire gets shot. But we see, and there's around Renee, there's her ex-husband, the second guy, the brother. I'm thinking if there's also the father of Renee and the mom of Levi. I don't remember that. That's not important. So yeah, basically everybody's there watching Renee with a gun pointed at her head, and then a fire is shoot. Fire is shooted. No, shooted. Fire is shooted. Okay, somebody shoot something. But we see that actually Renee's fine, and Margaret is fine too, fortunately. She's taken to the police, if I remember correctly. I hope. She need a, how was it? She needs a hug jacket. Crazy statement, but I like it. I can make a sticker on that, honestly. Um, but yes, Renee's fine. Margaret is going to jail, right to jail. Um, but who was the one who got shot? That's what I won't say to you, because if you want to watch this masterpiece of craft, actually is um entertaining, infuriating, and I think there were stuff that I watched that didn't give me any emotion, and that didn't left me like any thought. And I think if I'm making a video on this kind of shit, maybe this kind of shit, reached a certain level of shit or shitness, um, because they left something in me. So I think it's not that bad, maybe. Um, but yes, this was a masterpiece of crap. And also Levi, no. Every also the voice of the actor. Can I say that the voice of the actor was really selling motherfucker? Because the voice was like calm, but calm in a psychotic way, let's say. And I was like, dude, you're crazy. Also, can I say that the actor did a good job playing a shitty person? Well, that's a prop, I think. That's a prop. So yes, this was the first one that I watched, but I think I put it in the second place because it was the second favorite one, if I can make a poll. But I want to talk about the third one because the third one, and I actually don't remember the name, so let me read it. 1 second. Let me read it because I don't remember. Oh, new subscriber. Thank you. Oh, that's complicated. Safa L7. Safa L7. Safa L777. Thank you. Okay, the third one, the name is Love the Way You Lie. Let me see the. Okay, so the main characters are Molly, which is beautiful. The actress is. I want to follow her. I will go to follow her on Instagram because I want to see other projects that she's in. Also, it's a pretty good actress for the qualities of this shit. Really good. Girl, you deserve better. You deserve to be in a freaking movie, full screen movie. But yeah, she's really good. Also, I like her expressions. She's cute. She actually sells the the role. And the male lead is Adrian, and he is the supposed, because then we will discover that he's not, obviously, but you already know, supposed uncle of her ex-boyfriend. Basically what happens is messy. She comes back. I think it's a song. She comes back after a while abroad, like sometimes spent abroad. She comes back and she also, what the hell? She doesn't know what the hell is going on in her family. She never talks with her. I don't know. And so yeah, she comes back to her house, and as soon as she enters inside the house, she sees her still boyfriend, and she's like, "Oh my god, I'm so happy to see you back." And he's like, and then her sister pops up, and she's like, "Ah, he's your ex-boyfriend. He's now mine." And I'm like, "Is this a competition? Wait, okay, you can have it." And she's like, "What? Why you didn't tell me? I just came back." And I'm like, "Dude, just get the hell out." Messy. But yes, the boyfriend cheated on her with her sister, and she didn't know a freaking thing about that because nobody told her. She doesn't speak apparently with her family because they have beef. They don't care about her. Also, why? But we don't know. And so she goes out with her best friend, and nothing. Is this on? Okay. I'm worried that this goes off and I'm talking I will have a video without anything on. So yeah, basically she goes to out with her friend to drink herself away. I understand the feeling. And suddenly, while they are talking, she's talking about this new job where she would go. And she's an everybody's an architect, by the way. And so yeah, basically, she's uh talking about her ex-boyfriend, what happened, and the best friend says you need to put yourself out there, you need to just to lift your mind out of this situation, freaky situations. And then the best friend says, why don't you go and take revenge on your ex. The ex, I think his names is Connor, think. I don't know. Let's call him Connor. And the best friend goes, you need to go and take revenge on Connor. And basically, she suggests to Molly to go and seduce his uncle, supposed uncle, which is at their same bar. And she actually does that. But not only that, they actually get married. Yes, yes, I know, I know, I know. I understand you. I hear you. You cannot take revenge in this kind of things. You cannot take revenge, which is a stupid thing, by the way. I don't condone revenge. Mostly on cheaters. Uh, it's not worth your time. Just don't even ask for some answers. No, 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 no. Just leave them. Block, block, block. That's all. Why you want to talk with a cheater? No, wasted time. She does more than that. She actually, you want revenge. Okay, you can do that. Obviously, you are free to do that. But to marry, you crazy? He actually says yes because I don't remember. He has a stupid. He was so stupid that I don't even remember. He says, I can get off with something. I don't know what. So they actually, the day after, they go to the thing where you get married, and they actually get married. But what I will say is that the two the male and the female lead have actually a good chemistry, really really good chemistry. But I don't like the haircut of the motherfucker. He needs to commit to being half bald or to actually being a curly man and actually make the curl because what I see, it's only messy hair. So please do something because you are a beautiful man, but please take care of your hair because they are chopped. So yeah, they're married, and right away they go to live together. And she starts working to this new job where she from the jump has like sponsor, kind of a person that doesn't want, by the way, being revealed. Obviously we know who is it, but she doesn't know. Who sponsor her, who gives her money into the firm, like I don't understand. But she's so happy. She shares that with him too, with their best friend. And she starts making renovation in the house of the guy, renovation that he doesn't like because he's a grumpy man. He hates everybody, he hates everything. He's always sad, he doesn't eat sugar in the morning. Said. And but yes, he's that kind of person. And But slowly we see that, and that's why they have a good chemistry thing. Slowly we see that he starts to change because of her. He starts to open up. He starts to leave basically because he was depressed, dude. Because of her, in a good way, he starts to leave up, and they start to being a little bit more intimate, to talk, blah blah blah. But she kind of forgot about the fact that she wanted to take revenge on the. You actually forget it too while watching. There's only one time where when you remember yourself what the hell started all this. Because there's an event with Connor, the real uncle of Connor, which is her client, um, to the firm, which is which she doesn't know. You spent years with your ex boyfriend and you don't know his uncle. Well, fair. I don't know. I didn't know my ex's uncle. So yeah, this event, it's like a dinner party, lunch party. I don't know. They meet Connor and the uncle, and Connor is like, "Wait, you thought that this guy was my uncle? Wait, like laugh that villains do, but done bad. Um, you wanted to take revenge on me with this dude? Yes, and this is one of the second time that Adrian kicks out Molly from the house. And this, for me, was not even a red flag. This, for me, was a fucking deal breaker because you cannot kick me out of from the house. So I pack my shit and go forever. So, and this was the second time, by the way. The first time, I don't even remember why. I don't even remember, but it's not important, honestly. What is important is that the grandmother comes to visit him to meet his wife. She's so sweet. She actually is a fan of Molly. She tries to make him understand that they are a good couple. Blah blah blah. And so yes, this then she goes away. They fight again, and this motherfucker kicks her out for the first time. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Even if I like your chemistry, even if the story, it's not at all that garbage. It is garbage, but not fuming. No, I don't condone certain things. So, but still, I watched until the end. So yes, they go further, and then at the end, they actually go back to live together, and I think that's the first time they kiss at the end. Yeah, but he's the one that does amend on her, and it's really light, this one too, like the first one, but I put it in the third place because the plot was even more stupid than the other ones. Like crazy, because it didn't make any sense, but I liked them. The first one was they have good chemistry, and the plot was engaging, let's say, but easy, really easy. It went through really fast. But this one, besides the chemistry, besides how much I liked the both, mostly the female lead, she's really good actress, as I said. I don't know, the plot was crazy, crazy, not good. So yeah, third place, well deserved, I think, because third place in this kind of things, it can be seen as first place. I don't know, point of views, point of views. Okay, we talked about three of this messy stuff that I watched. I finished my third flower. See, one flower for each shitty thing that I saw. Crazy. Yes. So I will stop for a moment because I need to switch colors. Well, I need to do another. Well, no, let's do the other color. I need to change. So my brain thinks that I'm doing something else. What I want to talk now, really, really, because this video will be 3 hours long, I think. What I want to talk about right now is the fourth one that I watched, and then the fifth one that I started watching. Didn't watch all all of them because I interrupted them. First one is Love at Dangerous Speed, and second one is Kylie. I don't know how to pronounce it. The actress is beautiful. She's plus size. She's gorgeous. The eyes, the hair. She's gorgeous. Also the voice. Also the acting. She's really a good actress, by the way. But I stopped watching it, Kylie, because of the tropes mostly. I think it's um too out of target for my age. If I had like 20 years, 18, 20 years, it was like spot on. Like, I'm plus size. I was plus size all my life. I was bullied into school. Um, so it would be like right to my heart, honestly. And I don't know where the end is here, so I'm just taking it out. Damn it. Oh, there we go. I stopped watching Kylie. I don't remember the name for that, but the quality was really, really. Also, the can I say that the dialogues were really, really good written. Honestly, it felt that there was something into the dialogue, because usually in this kind of things the dialogue are pretty dead. They are pretty dead. Like, it feels like they are talking, but they're not saying anything. And instead here, it was the dialogues were from a 0 to a 2. Let's say, we're not talking about Nolan or Steven Spielberg, but still, entertaining. That's the most important thing. And so yes, this is the reason why I stopped watching Kating. The other one is Love at Dangerous Speed, and I interrupted that because of trigger warning, assault, almost assault, and yes, when they, what's the point? The point is that I watched this kind of shit because I want to put my mind at ease. So I wanted to watch something really, really easy, really like low maintenance, let's say. I don't need to think, I don't need to use my brain more than that. Something kind of relaxing with a plot, yes, but this one was nay, 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 nay. Also, there was kidnapping. I don't want to talk about where I stopped, but let me say that the plot is basically that this girl, she escapes from the almost to be groom, always, always. And she's at her wedding. She escapes because this motherfucker cheated on her, and he was abusive. And she asks help. She ends inside the room of this guy, which is also an attractive guy. Let me say that. The actor was, but the at the beginning, the plot was like high pace, let's say, good. But then I was like, no, 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 too much, too much for me to handle. And so yeah, he helps her many, many times, and she escapes because she actually doesn't know this motherfucker, and she puts herself into trouble. Then she goes to escape, and she comes into a car with three men because she wanted to escape this guy who she just now met, and she comes to know that he's a killer. And then she jumps into the car with three men, and these three men decided to, you know, and that's what I say. No, 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 no. This guy's a killer. These three men were no, 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 no. Too much for me, for my gut. No, no. And I stopped watching that. So yeah, these were the other two that I actually watched, and I will watch more for sure. for sure. I have others into the list that I want to watch. And honestly, if you're looking for something easy, why not? Why not? It's something, to put your mind at ease, to stay calm. For also, I watch them before going to bed. It's like a lullaby, a lullaby of cringe. Crazy, crazy. But what I want to do now is a recap of all the funny shit that makes me crack, because there's a lot. And also I want to talk about the main tropes that you can find everywhere in this, and that comes mostly from I think mangas, I think 2000 movies, and also love novel, like soft core novel, let's say. I don't know, but the tropes are always, always, always the same. Let's start with the funny things, though. One of the funniest thing that makes me crack every time is to watch first two extras, because you actually agreed to be an extra in this. Well, a bag is a bag. You need to earn in some way. So who am I to judge? But I don't know. If it was me, I would tell all my friends, but not in a serious, like, I landed the job. I'm like, no, I would be like, dude, you want to know what the fuck did I do? I would put the video on, see what shit I was on. Crazy, crazy in that sense. Maybe they do it too. I don't know. But also, I want to talk about the extras that are like into the background and are given some shitty lines, like they are at the gathering, at the event, at an interview, and they ask for a question, or they are like there's one couple into the billionaire that becomes my groom, the first one I talked about. There's a couple of friends. They are watching Liana, the bantering behind Liana and the mother-in-law, supposed mother-in-law of Liana, and they're like, "Oh, she's a gold digger." Like, dude, what? You're a grown-up man and woman, and you are like talking shit about another woman. It's like, if I see that one of my friends, or one of, even if I despise the person I'm watching, but I will never say this stupid phrase that sound like 15 years old people, teen. So I crack up every time that I see grown up woman and men uh, become like gossipers or haters, or it cracks me up. It cracks me up every time. And another funny thing that I want to mention is the freaking quality of like the shooting, the camera, the audio. The audio is amazing, by the way. For something like this, the lighting, the clothing, I will talk later. I don't know what kind of budget they have, but it's crazy. It's crazy. But talking about quality, let's talk about the use of fancy dresses, like evening dresses for galas, for even important events, for like daily basis. I'm like into how to dump a hockey player. Margaret has when they are having the interview with the players, it's an interview. It's okay. You want to dress fancy, mostly if you are one of the closest person to the person who is being interviewed. But there's no reason to put on a gala dress. Like, dude, you're an interview. It's not a freaking Met Gala. No, I cracked up. I was like, dude, you need to chill out when choosing the dress. But it's amazing. It's amazing. Another funny thing, I think the last one I would say, because there's a bunch, it's the touching. The touching and the posing mostly. The touching where like they touch each other between the couple, between the, when, for example, talking about the hockey play, when the Margaret touches Levi, every freaking scene, she's like, oh, Levi, dude, stop touching, stop that, get away. Like, maybe it's because I don't like to be touched, even by my closest friends. Like, it's okay a hug, but if you start doing like this, no, 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 I don't like that. Maybe it's only me, but also when they touch each other, knowing themselves, it's been like a day, and I'm like, dude, what? Like, for me, it takes like 1 month. But maybe that's just me. I don't know about posing. Besides the guy, the Jacob guy from the Billionaire, who becomes my groom. I love posing of everyone. Um, Besides the guys posing, like flexing the muscles, they are when they are half naked, like flexing, doing it. I love the posing of the villain, mostly the mother, mostly the side chick. The posing is crazy. It reminds me of the mangas. And talking about mangas, I want to talk about also the tropes, the freaking tropes. And one of the tropes that comes from manga is the obviously the poses, but one trope that I hope it will just go dead soon, as soon as possible, is the trope where the guy is like this with the woman. Usually the woman is her back on a door, on a wall, and the guy's like this talking. Usually, he's tall, her like this, talking, and then he goes like this with his hands near her head, maybe trying to let her not escape from his amazing gaze, his look, his sexy look or something. And I'm like, dude, this needs to stop, because first, it's cringe. Second, it's cringe. It's cringe. Why you need to do that? Why you need to make me feel uncomfortable? Or why you need to be in my way? Just get away. Just get away. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that. I understand the appeal. I understand that, but I don't like. Speaking about tropes, let's do basically a recap of what we talked about for the last, I don't know, hour. Is that already an hour? I hope not. Um, so basically, every trope that it's inside this real shorts is from shoujo manga, or from 2000 movies, or from cheap novels, love novels, let's say. And I want to start with, obviously, the main one, which is marriage. You cannot have a purpose in that. Like a woman cannot have a purpose in that. You cannot uh, wish to have a better job. The main quest for them is wedding. You cannot go out for fun. Then no, no, no. You date to marry. You cannot explore yourself, explore part with your partner. You grow up. No, no, no. So marriage is the first freaking trope that I hate. I hate. I will always hate. Talking about tropes. One trope that goes hand to hand with the marriage one is pregnancy, like another goal for women. As long as they can get married, it's obviously to have babies. You cannot have a life. You cannot actually enjoy your relationship. You cannot grow yourself into the relationship. You cannot grow yourself into a job. No, no, no. As soon as you marry, you need to give birth, which is, a choice. I don't want to judge who does that, because Maybe they feel that they are ready. Maybe they feel that they have that purpose in life, which is a beautiful, beautiful purpose. Uh, and I think that if builded with the right pace, with the right intention, like this motherfucker knew them from 2 months. I know that there are people that uh, become pregnant after 2 months and a wedding. You know, who am I to judge? Okay, but I don't want to see that. Like for me, it's okay if they do, they do it once. It's okay if they do it twice. But imagine a stupid amount of quantity of books and movies, and where the main goal is that to get married and to have a baby. And if I saw it once, if I saw it twice, if I saw it thrice, it would be okay. But to see that 100, 1,000 times, to grow up with that idea, it was really hard for me. So for once, I would like to see different tropes. Let's say something different that becomes a trope. Let's say. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I think that we have many, many things that still we didn't explore. Even in silly shorts like this, real shorts like this. And I think that we can play the game better. It's like yeah, it's like a player that is playing a game and does always the same move. Let's say, come on, come on, we can do better than that. I think. Third trope, oh man, that I actually like, because that this one is actually really, really amazing, because every time is done in a different way. Usually it involves the same criminal shit, but I also like to see e- each actress, how they portray this character, which is the evil mother-in-law. And I like that. I like that. Along with the fourth trope, which is the evil side chick. And I like that. Honestly, it's entertaining. I don't know. I like to see the outcome of everything. I like to see each actress in that, how they. Uh, I can say that the Margaret one into the hockey star stuff that I talked before, she was pretty good. She was pretty good. The one into the first one that I don't even remember the name, honestly, she was she was not good at all in that. She's beautiful, a beautiful, beautiful woman, actress. Also Margaret, she's really beautiful. But the portrait that she gave, like the imprint, the print, yes, the print that she gave to that, eh, she was crazy. She was crazy insane. She was really good. Oh, also I didn't say that actually was Margaret that caused both the coma um, of Levi, another accident, the second accident. Yes, the second accident. She was behind all of it, all of that. Okay, next trope. Next trope is actually one of the most hated. Honestly, the most hated, because it's the easy way. Let's say it's to end up in a hospital. Basically, yes, it's to have an accident and end up in an hospital. And I don't really like that. I think it's sloppy. I think it's the easy way, honestly. So yeah, no, 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 no. It's one of the tropes that I boo, 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 boo. No, no, no. Another trope is the cheesy lines, which honestly, until some some time ago, I don't want to say years, but maybe, they made me queasy. Yeah, they made. When I was young, I loved them, because I was like, oh my god, will someone tell me? Will someone say? those kind of things to me. But growing up, they made me freaking queasy. Like right now, they make me angry. They make me really, really angry. I don't know why. I don't have an explanation for that, honestly. But they make me angry. And also, they made me think the same thing of hospitals. So sloppy. Another thing that I don't like, and that I think it's time to, because this kind of stuff, it's also a lens on society, I think, into a really weird way. But I remember, for example, when I was in 2004, 2005, let's say, one of the most watched series was the DOC. Why? Because it was a series about rich people adopting a kind of criminal, let's say, Ryan, by the way, and he becomes. It was something to admire, let's say. So it was a lens on society. There was a lot of criminality in, I think, mostly in USA, but you wanted to watch inside the house of rich people. And what was Sandy? Was he a lawyer? I think it was a lawyer. Like, yes. So inside the house of a lawyer, inside the house of a rich daughter, like the daughter of a rich man, businessman, was a lens inside. Same thing goes with Gossip Girls, where you have the encounter between rich people and poor people, not poor, like middle class people. And it was the lens on the society of that time. And I think right now we need to have a new lens, because the society is not the same that it was in the 2000 or in 2012, 14. I don't know when Gossip Girl came around. But we need to, if this is the new way for young people, let's say, to watch media, we need new stuff. We need new shit to give them. And I'm okay with the okay billionaire trope, with the rich people trope, the poor girl, because that's what OC was. That's what Gossip Girl was. Dan, he was from middle class. He hated Upper East Side classes, blah, blah, blah. But we need more than that, honestly. We need to step up a little bit. I think that's my humble opinion. Also, we need to stop. We really need to stop using the weak female lead. Why? Hmm, because if I am 15, 11, I know that they have a rate like PG 13, PG something. I don't know what kind of age you need to have to watch this, honestly. But for example, the Keily one, the one thing that I love, fully love, and that's the only reason, honestly, that makes me sad that I didn't went through with this. It's because Kaylee, she was strong. She was a strong female lead, honestly. And she is supposed to portray a teenager, no? And I really love that, because I freaking grew up with Veronica Mars. I freaking grew up with Summer. We need that. We need stronger female leads. It's okay to make the strong female lead, like Veronica Mars tried. Um, Summer cried. These are the first one that pop it up in my head. But it's okay to show emotions, because obviously we feel lots of emotions, but to make the female lead always weak, and not only weak but also not aware of what the fuck was is going on in her life. Like, oh my god, why is not loving me? Why is not respect me. Why is with the side chick? Why is no, dude, no, enough, leave. Just go, leave. So yeah, that's one another of the main tropes that I really despise. Last but not least at all is the toxic traits. Jealousy, which is the uh like the ex, the crazy ex, the I don't okay, maybe this is an admission of guilt, let's say, but some things I think it's okay to see it on a display, on a monitor, or some other thing. And these same things that are okay, like jealousy. It's okay, toxic jealousy. It's okay. No, it's okay. It's fine-ish to watch it on a display. It's not at all fine and cool into real life. No, no, no. It's a big no, no. Um, but I think to to have it in each freaking thing that you produce, dude, you don't have anything else to give us. Like you don't actually have anything besides this. Please, please, just give us something else. And I'm talking about jealousy, possession, the going back to your ex, to no, the toxic traits, the big red flags, the dick swinging between two men. It's like a competition for this woman. Everybody wants this woman, in good or bad way, because everybody's obsessed with the female lead. I think it needs to stop a little bit. But the last words that I would say on this is that, will these same tropes that I watched 100 times and that I would be in the, let's say it would be in the next thing that I watch, will stop me from watching it? No. And this is why I'm part of the problem. But this is also why I can complain, which is something that I love to do. This is why I did this video. Because I watched this, I had thoughts, I had feelings to share. I had to make this. I know that I did it slowly, really slowly. I could have done more, but it was relaxing at least. So yeah, this is my take on this. Let me know if you actually saw it on TikTok, because I didn't so many people talking about this. My phone died while I was doing all the end of the video shenanigans. If you watched some of them, let me know below in the comments what type. No, what type. Let me know down below the title so I can watch them too. And if you liked what I was doing, what I was subscribe, like, or I don't know if the bell, the notification bell, is still a thing. But if you want to receive a notification every time I post, just ring the bell. And nothing, just a little FYI, I am working on a new shop launch that will be on in September. Um, and if you want to have more information behind the scenes, I will start doing, as soon as my Patreon grows, I will start doing also Q&A and sketchbook, sketchbook videos. I do all of this on my Patreon. Otherwise, I'm mostly active here on YouTube, a little bit on Instagram, but not that much. And that's it. I want to thank you for watching the video. If you reached until the end, just leave a star, the emoji star, and nothing. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Ooh, better.